Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Working on the frame today. So what we got over here is we did have my wife go and pick up some tires this morning since they were closed in the last video that we did. These are the Dextero all-terrain, so 31 1050 15s, and then we'll go ahead and we'll dig out those new rims that I showed you guys, and we'll get these mounted up and get them on that chassis. So let's go dig out those rims. Alright, so what we mounted up here, these are the Dexteros, like we said, 31 1050 15s on Vision D wheels. These are 5 on 4.5, so it's going to match both the new Goliath chassis and also the bolt pattern that I have on my truck. So we have 8 of these wheels that we're going to be able to swap back and forth between these. We got black on black, so everything's going to look good there. Let's go ahead and get these keystones off the back. We'll mount these up. And then I'll also show you, we found these wheels here that I had upstairs. Nice 18-inch rims up there with some cheap Nankang tires. I actually had one of these blow out on me. I think I hit a pothole or something, so brought down a couple good ones. This is going to actually take place of the front Sportsman tires. It'll actually suck these in, having a more positive offset that we were mentioning in the last video. So I drug those down from upstairs. And that's what I'm referring to when I say black on black. We'll have the black front wheels like mine and the black rear wheels just like I have on mine. So let's go ahead and jack it up and get these on. Alright, so there's a better shot with those tires on there. Definitely going to be some meaty all-terrains on here to burn off. Give us a lot more tread to last a lot longer. Hopefully that's the intentions with these anyways. And having a lot larger tire circumference is going to give us more tread down as well. So hopefully they'll last quite a bit longer. Let's go ahead and lift the front end up real quick, and then we'll put these 18s on there, and then maybe we can get a better shot of the whole thing complete. Hopefully the way it's going to be for the car. and there you have it. The 18s on the front. I don't have any lug nuts for these currently, so obviously this one's about ready to fall off. Morgan, why don't you jack that up a little bit, I suppose. Pump that up. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, that's good. Right there. No. Okay, so that gives you a better shot there. Like I said, don't have any lug nuts for these, but 18s on the front with the 15s on the rear, 31s. It's looking good. It does look like it's going to be slightly raked, but this rear end can be, or the frame I should say, can be dropped in the back on the shock mounts there. Try it out, Morgan. Sit in the seat, see what you look like. Think you can handle that?
I'm gonna fall.
Have you give the first test run in it when we get it all done? Oh yeah. Okay, well, I think next steps are get ready to set the body on. So we do know that the steering shaft does need to come in a lot closer, but all that stuff's going to be inside of an open cab space at this point, so that's not going to matter. The main thing is going to be just getting some bars across inside of the body to set down on the main frame there and get it at the height we want off of the frame. Well, I guess to back up, we should cut and shorten the frame up. That'll be the first step. And then we can see how this fits. Definitely going to be narrow in the rear. The front is going to be the questionable thing. With these on there, does gain us, I believe, about another inch of track width, which is going to be everything that we need for this. So I guess next steps are we need to get the frame ready to be cut and spliced back together, taking out roughly 2 foot or whatever it needs to be to get us to that 89-inch wheelbase. So let's get on that. It's now Monday. It's Memorial Day today. Went ahead yesterday and actually got the motor pulled out of the truck here. Took that over to my brother's shop, so that way he can do whatever he needs to do with that one. Again, sending heads off this week for quote on repair. I guess we'll start that way and see how much it's going to be. Then we'll go to a plan B. If any of you guys have ever had repairs on aluminum heads done, drop a comment down below and let us know. We've got a few places that we've called. Just nobody seems to have, which is the situation with a lot of people. Nobody has the resources to do it currently. I don't know if it's due to COVID or just worthless people don't want to show up to work, to be honest with you. I run into that every day at my job. So it's out. We're going to push this outside. I've got to change the oil in the wife's minivan, and then I believe we'll flip some lights on over there and bring Goliath over. Start cutting it, and maybe we should shorten the frame first so that's ready to go. Let's do that. We'll change the oil, we'll bring the frame in, we'll cut that down, we'll shorten that and have that done, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so we went ahead and got the frame rolled in here, got it lifted up on the hoist, and what we're going to do here is this is a 111-inch wheelbase, and we're going to have to remove 22 inches of this frame. So we're going to cut it here and then cut all this off of the crossover piece here for the drive shaft, and then we'll trim all this up, clean this up, slide this frame on back, and we'll have an 89-inch wheelbase frame. So let's go ahead and get to it. Inside the frame rails. Alright, so was cutting that apart, and obviously as you've seen there, we had quite a bit of water in this right side frame rail, so we'll have to figure out exactly where that was all coming in. Obviously there's some holes here, possibly, well, who knows? Is it even capped? Yeah, it is capped, but it's coming in through some holes there. It was sitting outside for a week. Okay, so we went ahead and got that cut. The back section is loose from the front. Can move around. I went ahead before I finished cutting this passenger side and actually just tacked in this frame rail that I took out of the back of my truck just to make sure that these didn't try and collapse together. In the end though, wouldn't really matter a whole lot because we're going to be putting them right beside the rear frame section anyway, so we'd have to spread it regardless if it did close up. But that'll help keep it true. So now, like I said, this is good to go. This can separate from that. Now we just need to start cleaning all this up here, cutting this section out here. We're going to cut all this off here. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we can slide this back together and have a frame again. Okay, so we went ahead and got this cut back here by the rear section. I don't know if they welded the two pieces together inside, but we're going to give it a whack with one hand on the maul and see what happens. Sorry, I'm sure I'm all over the place with the camera. Okay, one down, one to go. Then all we need to do is just cut this back in. We'll clean all this stuff up here because we'll probably put our own gussets or something inside of there. But main thing is just getting this taken off there. All right, both frame rail pieces are removed. Now all I got to do is just finish cleaning up this side, all the extra weld bead, all this extra material in the center, just like I did on this side. So that one's all cleaned up, ready to go. So let's go ahead and finish this up. That way we can mate the frame back together and have that done. That'll be one major project done. Like most things, you know, you assume you're going to get it done rather quickly, and of course this drags out trying to clean everything, make sure everything's going to fit properly. So I think that's going to be all we're going to get done today, but let's go ahead and wrap this up so it is done, and we'll see where we're at. All right, so here it is, turned into like a little go-kart or something. Got everything cleaned up, ready to be tacked back together, squared up. Best it is. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong, didn't measure something right. Somebody can comment down below. But quite frankly, for a burnout car, I don't really care. It'll be fine. So let's go ahead. We'll get this tacked up, see what it looks like. And yeah, I think we're going to need to shorten the steering column up unless we plan on sitting on top of the rear tires. So we'll worry about that later. At least it's able to be steered around inside the shop. And once this is done, again, we can start cutting the body off, and dropping this thing down and seeing how good this is going to look. So let's go ahead and tack it up. All right, think I'm going to call that good. Got it welded, lifted it up here. Yeah, should have done some crappier welds to go along with all the rest of them, but we can put those in somewhere else. So that's everything welded up. I believe the only thing I want to do is add some gussets in there, which maybe I'll do that real quick, and we'll set it down, roll it back, and see what it looks like. All right, here's the final looks at it. So you can see steering wheel sitting at the back tires now. But there is a good shot of what it's going to look like. Now, if all measurements are correct, that should be 89-inch wheelbase. Hopefully, the body, when we cut everything out, will set right on there. Do one quick little walk around here. Got lug nuts on the way for the fronts, so that way we can bolt those on for good. Need to get the correct ones for the rear, which are coming as well. Added some gussets, as I said. Got those all welded in. Tried to add to the crappy welds. Tried my best to make them not look good. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Ring the bell. That way it makes Morgan happy. And stay tuned, because we're going to be cutting the body out of a Goliath next. and setting it on this chassis. So, but keep in mind, we do have a project coming in before this, so hope you guys don't mind. Squeeze something in there. Like I said, we'll find out tomorrow for sure if that's going to happen. It'll be a quick project, in and out, and it's going to be a crazy one too. So hopefully we get to do some testing when that is done. We'll see what he says. So again, we'll see you guys in the next one, and thanks for watching.